In this tutorial, we learn a method for multiplying polynomials. And we're going to do so working through an example. That's the example we have here. We're asked to expand and simplify the product of the two polynomials that we see here. Looking at this first polynomial, and in particular its leading term, we can see that it's of degree 5. And looking at the second polynomial, and again in particular its leading term, we can see that its degree is 3. So let's go ahead and learn the method. I'll start by moving this question to the side, like so. As I said a few seconds ago, this first polynomial is of degree 5, and this second polynomial is of degree 3. So what I'm going to do is construct a two-way table with 5 plus 1 columns and 3 plus 1 rows. Something looking like this. Okay, so we now see that we have a two-way column with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, that's 5 plus 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, that's 3 plus 1. The next thing I'll do is enter the coefficients of the first polynomial we have inside the top of each of these columns here. So we have the leading term, that's 2x to the power of 5, so I'll write 2x to the power of 5 here. We then have 0x to the power of 4, and I write that as well, that's 0x to the power of 4. We then have negative 3x to the power of 3, so I write that, that's negative 3x to the power of 3. We have 4x to the power of 2, which I write 4x squared. We have x, so I write x. And finally we have negative 3, so I write that in the last column there. We now write all the terms of the second polynomial that we had at the beginning of each of the rows. So let's go ahead. We have x to the power of 3, so I write that here, that's x to the power of 3. We then have 2x squared, that's 2x squared. We have 4x, so I write 4x. And finally we have negative 5, so I write negative 5. Okay, all the groundwork is now done. All we have to do now is fill in each of the cells inside this table, and for each cell we multiply the corresponding term from the first polynomial with the corresponding term from the second. So let's go ahead. For this first cell we have x cubed times 2x to the power of 5, which is 2x to the power of 8. For the second cell we have x cubed times 0x to the power of 4, in other words times 0. So that's just going to be 0. Carrying on this way we have x cubed times negative 3x cubed, so that's negative 3x to the power of 6. For the next cell we have x cubed times 4x to the power of 2, which leads to 4x to the power of 5. Carrying on this way we have x cubed times x, which is x to the power of 4. And for the last cell in that row we have x cubed times negative 3, so that's negative 3x cubed. And we do the same for each of the rows of this table. So for the first cell in the second row, that would be 2x to the power of 2 times 2x to the power of 5, which equals to 4x to the power of 7. And carrying on this way for all the cells inside this table, we obtain the following. Okay, now that all the cells inside our table are complete, the result we're after, in other words the product of these two polynomials, is equal to the sum of all the terms we have inside this table. And although it may look a little tedious to add all the terms inside this table, there are nice little patterns to pick up on here. And here's what I mean. All of the powers of x are well organized along these diagonals. As we can see here in yellow, we have the x to the power of 7s. Or right now that I'm boxing in green, all the x to the power of 6s, and so on. So using that fact, we can actually go quite fast here. So let's go ahead. To begin with, the leading term is the one in the upper left-hand corner of this table. That's 2x to the power of 8. So I write that this equals to 2x to the power of 8. We then have the sum of all the x to the power of 7 terms, so that's 4x to the power of 7 plus 0, so that's plus 4x to the power of 7. Next we have the sum of all the x to the power of 6 terms, so that's 8x to the power of 6 plus 0 minus 3x to the power of 6, so that's plus 5x to the power of 6. We then need to add all of the x to the power of 5 terms that I'm currently boxing in red. So that's negative 10x to the power of 5 plus 0 minus 6x to the power of 5 plus 4x to the power of 5. And that's negative 12x to the power of 5. We carry on and focus on the x to the power of 4 terms that I'm boxing in yellow right now. We have 0x to the power of 4 minus 12x to the power of 4 plus 8x to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 4. Adding all those together, that's negative 3x to the power of 4. We carry on and focus on the x to the power of 3 terms. So adding all of these together, we have 15x to the power of 3 plus 16x to the power of 3 plus 2x to the power of 3 minus 3x to the power of 3. So adding all of those together, we have 15 plus 16, which is 31, plus 2, which is 33, minus 3, which is 30. So that's plus 30x to the power of 3. We carry on and move on to the x to the power of 2 terms, which I'm boxing in red right now. We have negative 20x squared plus 4x squared minus 6x squared. Adding all of those together, that's negative 20 plus 4, which is negative 16, minus 6, which is negative 22. So we have minus 22x squared. Carrying on this way, we focus on the x terms, which I'm boxing in yellow right now. We have negative 5x plus negative 12x, so that's minus 17x. And finally, we have our constant term at the end here, which is 15. So we add plus 15 at the end. And we're done. We've just found the product of these two polynomials. And for the sake of tidying up the final answer, let me quickly write it below here. That's equal to 2x to the power of 8 plus 4x to the power of 7 plus 5x to the power of 6 minus 12x to the power of 5 minus 3x to the power of 4 plus 30x to the power of 3 minus 22x squared minus 17x plus 15. And there we have it. That's how we can multiply two polynomials using a two-way table. And that's it for this tutorial.